Hi, and welcome to this episode of Beyond Perception with Jaden and Michelle. And today we're going to talk about more planetary stuff. In a previous edition, we talked about our connection and our nurturing with the planet. And then this topic of, oh, we've got to save the planet. We've got to fix it and heal it and save it. And
Michelle, the planet's dying. Oh, can't you feel it? It's so horrible. Oh.
I'm sorry. I love when you go into theatrics like that. It just makes me laugh.
Well, it is. It's really silly. Yeah.
So let's talk about this point of view, because there are many people who have it, and frankly, I have had it myself at one point, and it's really non-conducive to fixing, healing, or saving it.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is when you feel into the point of view, it feels heavy.
It does.
And people go, well, of course it's heavy because the planet's dying. And I'm like, well, of course it's heavy because it's a fucking lie. Like, what if it's just not true? Yeah. And I'm not arguing that there isn't something about global warming, though I think most of that is made up. And I'm not saying that we're not polluting and trashing a planet, though. No. You know, it's like there are lots of green movement promotions that have actually been spun to the dark side, where it's become this fear-based campaign that is like the whole planet is dying. And it all came out around 2012 when all those movies about the cataclysms and the asteroid impacts and all these floods and all these horrible things are going to happen. And it's like, you look at the mass media, anything the mass media is promoting, you're going to want to go, things that make you go,
Right.
Yeah. So it's like that. I want to, let's look at that.
Can we play with that for today? Because I mean, even talking about it, I can feel all the garbage just starting to arise.
Yeah.
So all that is already brought up. Can we just stick it in the pile?
In the pile.
Right and above. Hello.
Up above, way out front, everything from the left, from the right, inside, outside, everything remaining. And body, planet, let that go. Not you, not yours, not you, not yours. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. And can we shrink all that down to less than nothing?
Yes, I choose that.
Choose it. Boo. And incinerate.
Purify, sterilize all of that.
Vaporize. We send Wookiee camera climb, vaporize. So the shortcut for me on this whole thing, like I'll get to the point first and then we'll play, is like, what if there is a version of the planet that is of the infinite or the multitudinal versions or aspects of the planet that may explore dying? And there are versions that are going to explore succeeding and blooming and going beyond the wildest dreams of all the creators here. Which planet are you vibrating at or choosing when you're standing in the point of view that the planet is dying?
Wow.
You're probably in the point of view of the planet that actually would die, right? Like, it's a choice. You can choose what version of reality you're going to be in. Why would you choose to be in that? Not only does it suck because it feels like shit, my interesting point of view, it may feel great to you, then go play there. But if it doesn't, then come play in a version of the planet that does not have that running. That, to me, is the shortcut answer.
That is the shortcut answer. And playing, quote, devil's advocate here, end quote, it's like, but there are 200 species a day of plant and animal and insect life that we're losing a day. And look at the holes in the ozone, and look at and by not looking at where we're at in reality, they're saying it's irresponsible and absolutely, what's the right word? It's irresponsible, and you're adding to the destruction by choosing not to deal with it.
Yes, you're not being a good
steward of the earth.
Steward of the dying earth. Sorry, I have difficulty standing in that point of view, but let me go stand in that point of view. Oh yeah,
Just
oh
a
that's
second.
horrible. Yeah, no, that's horrible.
Please don't.
Well,
somebody's got to take us out of that one.
what's fascinating is when you listen to the information, the news, the viewpoints about that, and I explore all those viewpoints. Ask yourself how much of that is true and how much of that is a lie.
Wow.
And what do you notice?
There's way more lie than there is truth.
Yeah. And how much of that is accurate information and how much of that is disinformation? Yeah,
disinformation and misinformation, truly contaminated information. So I get that maybe 2 or 3% is absolute truth, and the rest of it is, in some version of misinformation, disinformation, contamination.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how, as an infinite being, do we reconcile that?
We keep clearing. So what is all the garbage that affects your perception of what's really true around the earth and what's really happening with the earth?
Whoa. Now there's some manipulation.
Wow.
Holy mackerel.
And can we put all that in the pile?
Please do.
Yeah. And what is all the unknowable, unspeakable, unseeable, untouchable, and undetectable energies around this? All the unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog, disinformation, cloaking, Wernicke's commands, booby traps, and all the covert, unseen, unacknowledged, undisclosed energies and frequencies here.
Wow.
And can we put all that in the pile?
Yeah, there's a huge energy shift right now. Ooh, excuse me.
Wow. And encapsulate and everything from down below and back behind, up above, way out front, from the left, from the right, from inside, outside, everything remaining on the pile. And body, planet, let that go. Not you, not yours, not you, not yours. Never was yours, never was yours. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Wow. And can we shrink all that down to less than nothing?
Poor planet. Yeah, I choose that.
I know, really.
Poor planet's going, no. So we're purify and sterilize out of existence.
Banish. Wow. And what are all the entities, demonic creatures, coalition aliens, reptilians, parasitics, beings, doings, gods, and other non-contributive energy frequencies? Pre-tag, pre-encapsulating. And can we banish all these energies?
Yeah, all the networks, hive
I choose
civilizations, customers, clients, stockholders, all of them, and everyone they know. Out.
Banish, banish. And everything we in the planet agreed we'd do for them, they agreed they would do for us. What's the benefit or value of engaging them? Not the benefit or value. Whew. Can we destroy and create all those agreements?
Yes, I choose that.
Said,
wow.
You can't, null void. And out. Banish, out. Banish.
This
there we
is
go.
Better.
Yeah. Wow.
Big wow.
Wow. A lot of stuff moving.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how the planet feels when we as an expression of the planet are saying, "Oh, you're dying."
Die, you little bastard.
It's like, really, am I? And the planet even starts to question it, like, really, am I? But it's like, for me, I notice it's like I don't care what's true. I want to know what is true. I don't have a point of view about what turns out to be true. Mm-hmm. So like I used to stand in the point of view, no, I want it to be this way. So I want to see the truth about this. That's very false light. They love doing that. It's like, only see the truth in the polarity that you're looking at. Don't look at the dark side over there that's fucking with you. Just see
attention to that man behind the curtain.
The curtain. It doesn't exist, really doesn't. But it's like, I just want to see what really, really is true. I don't have a point of view about it. I just want to see what's true. And when I do that, and I talk to the planet, because I've got a personal connection. Huh?
Yes, we do.
My body, and you do too. It's like when I talk to the planet, I'm like, planet, is that true? And the planet's like, no. Like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, that's the silliest thing I've ever heard. And it's like, yeah, that's what I thought too. So what is that? And that's when you start looking for the disinformation or the different versions of planets. And it's a...
So, and I want to remind people, the whole point of a very fixed point of view is to suck you into polarity, because what polarity does is it brings in the absolute opposite of anything that you're polarized for or against. So if you're polarized, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If there's a polarity around, we've got to fix, heal, and save the planet. It's dying. It brings that in, but then it also brings in the opposite of, oh, you people are crazy. And that just creates this level of chaos and tug of war and craziness that accelerates and multiplies and accelerates and multiplies. And then, ultimately people start shooting at each other, and that's not a good plan.
No.
I don't think it's a good plan. That would be my interesting point of view.
Yep.
And those super polarized points of view are really creating a lot of damage in and of themselves. Mm-hmm. And it's food for all of those entities and demonics and all those creatures to kind of sit in our field and mess with us. So,
munch.
Yeah, right. Dinner for dozens.
And you wonder why you have all these, you keep, people will say like, well, why do I keep attracting entities and all this weird stuff into my reality? Well, if you're holding on to those distorted point of view that this reality is gladly handing to you, it's like you're in those negative energies that is drawing those things that want to eat that. Like that's their food, it's their lunch. They're like, nom, 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 nom. Yeah. So when you can, it's like anything that causes you to stand in a place where you're disempowered and you feel bad about something, is you're feeding something else. Like you really want to get out of that.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why Jaden and I do the work that we do, to help look at those really strong points of view and help you get help us and everyone else realize the destructiveness of that, and how, it's personally destructive because you get so wound up, and then, you can't think straight. And then everything else, just kind of falls by the wayside. So we
triggered a lot of shit in that conversation.
I know, I was gonna say, and everything that triggered
and everything that brought up. Can we put all that stuff in the pile? Yeah.
Really good at that. Thank you.
We are very good at that. Yeah, I love that. And everything from down below, back behind, up above, way out front, from the left, from the right, everything from inside, outside, everything remaining all in the pile. And bodies, planet, let that go. Not you, not yours, not you, not yours. Let it go, let it go. Never was yours, never was yours, never was yours. Wow, there we go. And can we shrink all this stuff down to less than nothing?
Yes, I choose that.
Choose that. Boo! Incinerate. And once you cleared that stuff, you also then find the invaders, I call them, that have moved into those dark places. And then you clear the dark places and they're like, oh, we're exposed. Yes, I have no clothes. Yes, the Emperor has no clothes. Pre-tag, pre-encapsulate all, free step down, trace, scan it down, and all their networks, hive civilizations, universes, and all their customers, clients, shareholders, stockholders, board of directors. Wow. Pre-tag, pre-encapsulate all, free step down, trace, scan it down. Yes. And what is everything we in the planet agreed we'd do for them, and they agreed they would do for us?
Yes. Yeah.
What's the benefit of engaging them? Not the benefit of value. Can we just try and create all those agreements?
Yes, I choose that now.
Reset, invoke, account, reclaim, vaporize, null, void, null, void, null, void, null, void, null, void. And can we banish all these energies?
Yes, I choose that.
I choose it. Out.
Out.
Banish, expand. Out. Banish, expand. Out. Banish, expand. Out. Banish, expand. Banish, expand. Reset, invoke, account, null, void, null, void, null, void. Banish, expand. It got quieter.
It did got quieter.
It did.
It did get quieter. Wow. Yeah, so much better. So is there a benefit or value to having one of those polarized views, polarized views of good, bad, right, wrong, blah, blah, blah. Is there any value to having one of those?
Well, for me, it's an interesting exploration.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to recognize that any topic that you get into that's polarized, like you were saying before, it's kind of like a stick.
Mm-hmm.
When so this side is, we should be using all the resources of the planet and just doing whatever we want with it. And this is, no, we need to be conserving the resources of our planet. And it doesn't matter which side of the stick you pick up, you're picking up the whole stick.
Right.
You're picking up the whole continuum of energies.
Mm-hmm.
So what it does do is it allows you to perceive, when you play on this side, you're automatically picking up its polar opposite. So you're engaging all of those frequencies and everything that plays in those frequencies. It's interesting and useful as far as an exploration of what's attaching to that paradigm and how that paradigm works.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond that, not so useful.
Well, and so my sense also is that at this point, we also need to do that spectrum clearing so we can get all of those points in between. Can we do that?
Oh, totally. Yeah. So it's like what happens is when you've got this side or this side, like if you clear this side alone, which is what most people try to do,
mm-hmm.
it's like there's the aligning and agreeing side and the resisting and reacting side, and you try to clear the negative side, and then you're like, oh, I'll just be in the light, and then the negative side comes back again, and no, I'll be in the light, and the negative side comes back, and you keep going back and forth. When you clear all of it, this side and that side, you strip all the polarity out, and you're no longer trapped in the ping pong of the charge. Exactly. Yeah. It's just positive charge, negative charge, positive charge, negative charge. So what is everything that we're aligning and agreeing with around the planet is dying?
Fix, heal, and save it.
We're cutting down the rainforests, and we're killing all the fish, and we're killing all the animals, and all the species are going away, and we got to do something now. What is everything
we're going to die too?
Because we're going to die too. What is everything that you're aligning and agreeing with around all that?
Wow. That might be a lot.
Wow. And what is everything that you're resisting and reacting to around that? Wow.
Holy
and
mackerel.
What is everything you're defending for? It's like up level. What is everything you're defending for around the planet dying? Whoa. And what is everything you're defending against around the planet dying? Whoa.
I laugh now, but wait,
yeah.
There's more.
Yeah, but wait, there's more. Because if you're defending for the planet is dying, yes, the planet is dying, then you're also engaging the planet is not dying. Like you're defending against, because of course you don't want the planet to die.
No.
So you're stuck. You can't get out of it until you clear the whole thing. And then this is what is it called? Piece de resistance?
Yes,
what's above that is the interference that overlays polarity on it, the overlay that's pushing down. What is everything that you're righteous for around the planet dying? And what is everything that you're righteous against around the planet dying? Wow. And so all of that, when you grab all of that, you're clearing all the polarities out. So can we put all of that stuff in the pile?
Yes, I choose that.
Yeah, I choose that. Wow. And then encapsulate so it doesn't run away. And all the stuff from down below, including from the planet, in the pile and back behind, up above, way out front, from the left, from the right, everything from inside. Whoa, outside, everything remaining all in the pile. And bodies, planet, let that go, not you, not yours. None of those points of view are yours. Not let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go.
Let it go, let it go. Never was yours.
And can we shrink all that stuff down to less than nothing?
Yeah, I choose that.
I choose that. Boo! Incinerate.
Purify, sterilize it all.
Resend, okay, can't look, null void, null void, null void, null void. Wow.
Whew.
That feels much better.
Doesn't it? Doesn't
Yeah.
it?
My body's looking at one other thing on the chart here. So, but what is everything that you decided the planet is dying means that it doesn't actually mean?
Oh, yeah. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
And wow
let's put
again.
that in the pile.
Yes,
Yep.
please.
Wow. And what is everything we decided all that stuff doesn't mean that it actually does mean?
That's
Yuck.
just nasty.
Alien frequencies again. Yeah. All in the pile.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And encapsulate, and everything from down below, back behind, up above, way out front, left, right, inside, outside, everything remaining. Wow. And can we shrink? And bodies let that go, planet let that go, not you, not yours, never was yours, never was yours, let it go, let it go, let it go. And can we shrink all that down to less than nothing?
I choose that.
Oh, yeah.
Clear.
Wow. Wow. And you want to grab agreements?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do that. You want the secured ones?
We'll just do the whole list, or just grab everything the way you normally grab agreements.
So what are all the vows, contracts, commitments, agreements, addictions, alignments, alliances, loyalties, oaths, promises, covenants, vengeances, vendettas, secrets, magics, dark and black magics? What are that we have consciously, subconsciously, unconsciously, anti-consciously under manipulation, trickery, or deceit out of a sense of doing the right thing or any other reason? And let's everything that we've agreed to, all of the what are they called? All of the diplomatic relations, all the binds, double binds, triple binds, quadruple binds, binds beyond binds to ad infinitum and back, all the auto installs, auto reinstalls, all the copies of copies, auto copies and backups, all the recopies and backups, all the different types of technologies, nanotechnologies, picotechnologies.
Divine, golden, billion, trillion-year agreements, safety clauses, protection clauses, entry, exit, re-entry agreements.
Yes.
Well, and can we destroy and create all of those agreements?
Yes, I choose that.
Yeah,
now.
I choose that.
Yeah.
And null and void, null and void, null and void, null and void, null. Resend, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, null and void, null and void, null and void, null and void, null and void.
Wow.
Well, that got quieter.
I had a physical reaction to that. That's crazy. It makes me cough. And I don't normally have those reactions.
Yeah.
You get
into the body stuff, and especially when you start to look at it at the planetary level, it's a different picture. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
So okay. So what else is everything that the body, our physical bodies are reacting to that the planet has been reacting to that we're still holding? And what are all the ways now that we can just release all of this? And let's just choose to rescind, revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, destroy.
And bodies, planet, let it go, let it go, let it. Not you, not yours, not you, never was yours, never was yours. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go.
There we go. Clear.
Wow, rescind, revoke, recant, null, void, null, void, null.
Oh, that feels way better.
Wow. Wow.
My whole body just relaxed. Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Oh, sigh of relief.
Thank God. The whole planet isn't dying after all.
Whew. And neither am I.
Yeah. So it's like, what awareness, energy, and frequency can you and your body be to be connected to a nurturing, contributive, expanding, growing, vibrant planet?
Yeah.
And receive to your advantage.
Receive.
Wow. And what if you've always been connected to a nurturing, growing, expanding, and vibrant planet?
And receive that.
And receive. And doesn't it feel light?
Yeah, it does.
It's like, yeah.
Feels clean and clear and happy.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean that there isn't that stuff going on, but it's just not at the magnitude or scale that they want you to believe is going on.
Right. Right.
And it doesn't mean species aren't going away, but in some cases it's like they don't talk about all the new species that keep coming in
Correct.
that they have not yet cataloged.
Right.
That, like, for instance, in the insect world, they figure that they've only cataloged about 40% of
Yeah.
all the species, and they keep finding them at a prodigious rate. That's like,
Yeah.
wow. Like
And so what if all the species are evolving as the old ones die away? What if all of these species are evolving in a way that are actually in a more optimal symbiotic relationship with the planet?
wow, feel
And
that.
receive.
Wow. Wow.
And how can we, as both individuals and the collective humanity, also evolve so that we are more aligned and in symbiosis with our planet? And receive.
Yeah, and receive.
Wow.
Wow.
And what other energies and frequencies can we now embody to evolve easily and effortlessly in
Yeah.
conjunction with our symbiotic planet? And receive.
Yeah, and receive. Wow.
And from that space, what awareness, energy, and frequency can we become to resolve whatever needs to be resolved in a very symbiotic way? And receive.
Yeah, and receive.
Oh, that feels way better.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
And what awareness, energy, and frequency can we in our bodies be to be immune to the fear peddling, or to be able to see through
Thank you.
to the truth behind all of the fear propagation that occurs on this planet, and receive to your local advantage?
Yes. Mm.
And what would it be like if you'd always been able to see through the fear and to always be able to see through the truth to your local advantage?
To your local
and receive
advantage.
that.
Receive. Ooh.
Wow. I like that.
I kind of like that too.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what else is possible?
And what else is possible? Receive.
Receive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really sweet.
I like it.
I do too. I do too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you for this.
Thank you.
This is, I love these topics.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love these topics. They're just, they're so informative, and I love just shifting that energy and getting a lot clearer on everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thank you everyone for being with us. If you want to get a hold of either one of us, Jaden at jaden-fox.com or Michelle at Quantum Soul Clearing. I'll see you later. Till next time. Bye everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.